I'm making a confirmation card using my Grabie scrapbook subscription box. Welcome to Up All Night DIY. I'm Monica. Thanks for joining me. Today, my husband's goddaughter Emily made her confirmation. She chose roses and gold as her decorating theme. It's the perfect time for me to use some of my supplies from my Grabie subscription box to make her card. Let's get into it. So I chose this lovely rose vellum backing sheet, a rosebud lace trim acetate sticker. I'll use some of the leaf stamps, some of the pearls, maybe even some of these stickers from the flower book. And I also grabbed this 5x7 card from my stationery stash. It's just a plain old blank. So what I did is trim down a piece of pink striped scrapbook paper to fit the front of the card. And I used my deckled scissors to add some interest to the edges. I'll use 3-in-1 glue to affix it to the card. This is one of my favorite glues. You can use it on just about anything. It's really good. Anyway, I'm giving it a healthy coat, and then I'm going to roll over it with my brayer to ensure that it's well adhered. Pretty straightforward, just going to line up the edges. Hit it with the brayer, and that's the first layer complete. Look how pretty this is. So now I'm going to use my decal scissors and trim this vellum piece to size. It's only slightly wider than the card, so we trim will do it. And I really like the way the deckled edge looks. Here I'm just knocking off the very edge, not really taking a whole lot off, just adding that jagged decal to the edge. All 4 sides. I'll add a wee bit more gilding by brushing the edges with gold ink using a cosmetic sponge, just to add a little highlight. I mean, you can never have too much gold, right? Actually, I'm more of a silver girl, but Emily's a gold girl, and this is for her, so that's what counts. I didn't go too heavy because I didn't want to cover any of the pretty flowers or anything. I just wanted to, zhuzh it up a bit. So I'm using my Scotch brand archival glue stick to attach the vellum. And I'm making sure that I get those edges so that they stay nice and flush to the card. And once I get it in position, I'll roll over it again with my brayer. A few weeks ago, I bought this really cool typeface alphabet stamp. So I spelled out faith and peace, and I'm going to use the gold ink to stamp them at the top. I'm using the lines from the scrapbook paper to make sure that they're nice and straight. So that's handy. Otherwise, I tend to be slightly slanted. I'm going to use the smallest of the leaf stamps to embellish the top. These will mostly be hidden, but I want them to peek out a wee bit from behind the dove that I'll be adding. It's all about the layers, right? And I'm going to come in here right next to the words, stamp each a couple times. I'll switch out this stamp for another small single leaf. Oops. Good thing this will be mostly hidden. I just checked that up a bit. I'm cleaning this stamp before I put it back. I'm just stamping it onto a damp paper towel to get the ink off. And back onto the sheet it goes. I printed out the sentiment on white cardstock. I tore around them to cut them out, and then I gilded the edges with gold ink. And then I dry fit them before I attach them. Once I figure out how I want them to go, I'll use my glue stick again to apply them. So what I always do is I attach the top line first, then I do the bottom line, and then I fill in between. Doing it this way helps me to keep everything centered and even. Do any of you guys have any tips on how to make things or keep things centered and even when you're doing something like this? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. I think I have more of this glue on my fingers than on the paper. Hitting it with the brayer. I added a piece of 3D double-sided tape to the Holy Spirit dove to add some dimension. Going to pop him on center top, just like that. Good stuff. Adding this rosebud lace trim sticker along the bottom here. I can't believe How serendipitous it is that Grabie sent me items that were just perfect for M's card. That couldn't have worked out better. Yeah, so I've trimmed it to size, and now I'm just going to pop it right here. There we go. And for a final touch, let's add some pearls. Right here in between the words. There's a variety of sizes on this sheet, so I want to do like a graduating, getting smaller as they go down kind of thing going on. You know what I mean? This guy wants to stick to my finger. It's from all that glue. And we're done. I'll handwrite the message and include the cash, and we're good to go. Here's a final look at the card. Well, that was quick and easy. And as I said, perfect timing. And I'm sure M's going to love it. And I hope you liked it too. Maybe get some ideas for yourself. Stay creative, my friends. Thanks for hanging with me. See you next time. Up all night with Monica.